Hello, good day everyone. Gab here, market analyst from SmarTrade. So let's have our daily briefing for the day. So yesterday, we don't have much data based on the economic calendar, but for today, it's September 20. So what are the data that we need to pay attention? So earlier today, we have the inflation rate for Japan year-on-year basis for the month of August. So the actual data was 3% versus the market forecast at 2.6%. And of course, we need to pay attention with the inflation rate data for Canada later at 8:30 p.m. So the previous data was 7.6, and it's being forecasted around 7.5%. And we also need to pay attention on the building permits and housing starts for the month of August for US as well. So with that, let's focus more on some of the financial products for the day. All right, so first thing is gold. So right here, I've already highlighted our previous analysis for gold last Friday. So the price levels that I gave you is 1670 and 1660. And as you can see here, during the early sessions, the price of gold was actually traded below 1660. And I've told you guys that we might see 1655 in picture last Friday. So if you enter a short position here, then you guys profited with this one. And on the US session, the price of gold retraced on the upside, and it was traded beyond 1670, and the price goes up to 1675. So short positions and long position was actually validated for gold last Friday. So I hope you guys profited with both directions. So for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for gold? So currently, it's being traded around 1674.40 per ounce. So the price levels that we need to pay attention for the day is 1680 and of course 1670. So based on the structure on the hourly chart, so the faster EMA currently did not cross the slower EMA on the hourly chart, but as you can see, gold is currently going up. So for the day, if you can see that gold is being traded beyond 1680, then we might see 1685 in picture for the day. And if it can sustain higher than 1685, then we might see a move on the price of gold on the upside for the day. So we need to pay attention once the price broke the 1685 resistance level. And on the downside, if the price of gold is traded below 1670, then we might target 1665. But for 1665 area, you need to be very cautious since this one is actually a good support on the hourly chart. So the price of gold might retrace from here, especially if it's traded below 1665. But if it can break, or it can sustain below 1660 level, then we might see another drop for gold. So for silver, I already highlighted the previous analysis last Friday. So the levels that I gave you for silver is 19.20 and of course 18.90. Okay. So on the early sessions, the price of silver was traded below 18.90 and it goes to 18.80. So if you manage to took the positions here, definitely you have profits on this side. And on the US session, the price of silver was actually traded beyond 19.20 and the price goes above 19.30. So if you manage to open the position here, definitely you will get profits again for silver last Friday. And after that, the price of silver goes up all the way to 19.60 levels. So if you manage to open the short and long positions, I hope you guys profited with both directions. And for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for silver? So currently silver is around 19.42 levels. So if you can see that silver is traded beyond 19.60, then we might see 19.65 in picture. But for 19.65, we need to pay attention as well since this was actually a good resistance level. So you might see a retracement on the downside once once the price of gold touched 90.65. But however, if it can sustain higher than 90.65, then we might see huge momentum on silver on the upside. And on the downside, if we're going to pay attention, if the price of silver is traded below 19.40, then we might see 19.13 picture for the day. So if it can sustain lower than 19.30, then it may try to retest the levels of 18.80 for early short. And lastly, we have US oil. So last Friday, the levels that I gave you is 85.50, and same goes with 84.50. And as you can see here, the price of US oil did not go lower around our area of interest, which is 84.50. And in fact, the price of US oil was actually traded on a sideways last Friday. And as you can see here, the price of US oil was actually traded beyond, since the bullish candle closed above 85.50, and after that, the price reversed, going back to the 84.50. So this is why I tell you guys to always trail your positions, especially if you manage to get the half of the amount targeted pips, so that it can protect your capital, same goes with your levels. But for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for US oil? So number one, we have 86 and 84.80. So if you can see that oil is traded beyond 86, then you might see 87 in picture for the day. And if it's being traded below 84.80, then you might see 84. So based on the technicals, as you can see here, the price of US oil on the moving average, so the faster EMA crossed the slower EMA on the upside, and it signifies that we might see a momentum on the upside. So yes, if you can see that oil is traded beyond 86, then you might see 87 for the day. But 87 is actually a good resistance as well. So you need to be very cautious once the price goes to 87. But if it can trade beyond 87, then you might see 87.5 or 88 levels for the day. So overall, if you manage to open a long or short positions for all the financial products for today, again, I would advise you to trail your positions so that it can protect your capital. Same goes with your profits. Thank you, everyone. That's all for today. Please like and subscribe to YouTube channel SmarTrade, and see you on the next video.